The Grinch. The Grinch is a recent Dr. Seuss movie from Illumination starring Benedict Cumberbatch as the Grinch. So the story, it pretty much follows the same story as How the Grinch Stole Christmas. There's the Grinch, voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch. He hates Christmas and Whoville, and he eventually plans to steal Christmas. And that's pretty much it. Now, I wasn't really all that excited for the Grinch. My expectations were in the middle. The trailers really didn't impress me that much. And both Dr. Seuss movies and Illumination haven't really had the best track record. For Dr. Seuss, I admit the Jim Carrey Grinch movie is a guilty pleasure for me. Mostly because of Jim Carrey. I think he's absolutely hilarious as the Grinch. There's also the Cat in the Hat movie from 2003 with Mike Myers, which was terrible. Horton Hears a Who, which is my favorite Dr. Seuss movie. I thought that movie was pretty funny, also with Jim Carrey. And The Lorax, yeah, it's alright. And also with Illumination, the only 3 films from them I enjoyed were Despicable Me 1, 2, and 3. The rest of them, yeah. And Minions, I really did not like that movie. So I went into The Grinch with middle expectations, just hoping to enjoy it. We'll see what happens, and it's decent. It's fine. It's enjoyable. I would say I enjoyed it slightly more than the Jim Carrey film, although it is nowhere near as good as 1966 short film, which I watch every Christmas and planning to watch it this Christmas. I think it's just a masterpiece. But I still did find some enjoyment in this Grinch movie. To start off with the positives, the animation is absolutely beautiful. It's so colorful and vibrant, no matter it's the look of Whoville or the snow or attention detail on the Grinch's fur. It all looks great. In my opinion, this is some of Illumination's best looking animation yet. And I thought Benedict Cumberbatch was a very good choice for the Grinch. I like how he's doing his own thing, not trying to copy Boris Karloff did or Jim Carrey. He's trying to do his own version of the Grinch, which I like, and I thought he fit the Grinch very well. And there were some moments where, surprisingly, I was laughing. There were some funny moments in this movie, and 2 characters that got the biggest laughs out of me were this one Who character, voiced by Kenan Thompson, who I had no idea was in this movie, and when I heard his voice, I was like, oh, he's in this movie, okay. And he voices this one who is like super nice, is a friend of the Grinch. I thought it was pretty funny. And also this other character, Fred, this really big fat reindeer that the Grinch and his dog Max find. He had some funny moments too. And at the end of this movie does have a good heart. Sadly, I do have some flaws with this movie. I'll get to those right now. First, putting aside the story of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, this movie is predictable. I knew where some things were going, and this is gonna happen, and this and that. Also, I do wish we could see a bit more of the Grinch's backstory to maybe add more emotion in the story. We get to see it briefly, but I wish we could see a bit more of it. And also, when we get to the part where the Grinch warms up to Whoville and Christmas, and he learns his moral, and his heart grows to 3 sizes, when we got to that part, I felt like it was a bit abrupt and a bit rushed. It was like, oh, we're doing that already? Yeah, in the film, he takes out a telescope, looks at Cindy Lou Who, and already his heart starts growing. I was like, we're doing that already? Okay. And also, not all the jokes land. There were a few jokes that did fall flat, and I wasn't really laughing that much. But besides those flaws, I enjoyed The Grinch 2018. I would say it's one of the better movies Illumination has done since the first 3 Despicable Me movies. And in my opinion, it's the second best Dr. Seuss movie, number 1 being Horton Hears a Who. It's beautifully animated, Benedict Cumberbatch does a good job as the Grinch. It's a nice little holiday flick. And also, it did what a Christmas film should do. It got me in a Christmas spirit. If you haven't seen this movie and you're interested in checking out, sure, it's an enjoyable holiday flick. It's an enjoyable film, and if you have kids, they'll definitely enjoy this movie, and I recommend it. Overall, I'm going to give The Grinch 3 stars out of 5. I enjoyed this movie surprisingly more than I thought I would, considering my middle expectations for the film. I left the theater with a smile on my face, and I enjoyed it. So what do you guys think of The Grinch? Do you agree? Disagree with me? Let me know below. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. It really means a lot. I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.